Well, hello, Lifestyle Wellness Group. This is our weekly video that Lori and I get together and do. And this week, we're going to keep it kind of short because we want you to really focus and use your time on watching some stuff that we are going to point you in the direction of and discuss today. And the first thing is the Tucker interview that he did with Casey Means and I don't remember the guy's name, but it's her brother. So it was a state.
Hallie.
Callie
Mm-hmm.
was the guy
Uh-huh.
and Casey. Okay. So it was a brother and sister and very, well-to-do family, Stanford surgeon, top of her class. And they're basically whistleblowers. The brother was a lobbyist for the food industry, and they have a 2-hour interview with Tucker, and they blow the door wide open on so many things that both Lori and I have known for many, many years. It's just really satisfying to hear from people
Just
in.
justification.
Yes, it is. I can't tell you how exciting the past couple of weeks have been for all this information that we've known for years. And we try to tell people we look like lunatics and they don't believe us and they whatever, you're, yeah, okay, crazy lady, crazy health lady, or Lori with the being a PA, they say the same things to her. What do they say to you, Lori, when you try to.
Oh, well, can't we, everybody just wants a simple fix and they don't really want to understand why they are sick. I'm more of a, hey, let's find out why you're sick and treat it and figure out what we can do naturally versus here's a pill to go on your merry way.
And I
So
think.
there's a lot of that, but I think now people are a little more open. Since I started this new job. I mean, I did internal medicine years ago and that's how it was, but now people are very open to hearing just different alternative options because they don't want to take the pills and they realize that they're not healthy and they realize that they're sick. But I think it all comes back to, and what this whole video is about, is that we are toxic. And why are we toxic? Well, the interview explains it. So you need to watch it, carve out 2 hours of your day. It is definitely worthwhile. And it's very enlightening and eye-opening.
And the lady, the doctor, she put out a book that I ordered.
Right.
I
I
ordered that.
ordered it.
Yep, it doesn't come in. Mine doesn't come in until September. I don't know if same with you.
I downloaded it off
Oh, you
like a
did.
library app that I have. So I don't know when I'm in line, but yeah, I'll
Yeah.
get it when I get it. But
Okay, cool. So I know that's on my next thing to read. One of the things that they did mention in there, well, actually two things that came up. One was the use of Adderall, and I had a client that I worked with that the son was put on Adderall in seventh or eighth grade, and he was changed medication many times between seventh grade and college. Okay, so what's that, like 6 or 8 years that the child was on, a form of Adderall. If it wasn't called that, it was called something else. Lori, you probably know the different
well, there's
other.
Vyvanse. There's a whole bunch of them.
Okay. So,
Jatera. There's just a lot of medicines.
so he was put on all this medicine, and the parents didn't know what they were doing. They were listening to a doctor, and that was their solution for putting, for the issues that the child was having with concentration and stuff like that. But what happened is by the time I got to work with him when he was in his early 20s, he couldn't taste. It had destroyed his sense of taste, his sense of smell, and he had such severe GI issues that he was now having mental issues and social anxiety issues, dealing with huge bouts of depression. I mean, it was horrific to figure out that the reason that this child was having all these issues in his early 20s was because he had been put on Adderall or some sort of Adderall to modify his behavior over all these years. And it was just heart-wrenching and horrible for the parents to learn that they thought they were doing something right and they did so much damage. It was horrible to work with that. So definitely they did bring up that topic. And then I also had they did bring up the topic of PCOS, which is chronic in girls now in their early 20s that are irregular in their periods and things. And it all comes back to toxins, like Lori said.
And the obesity in children, and how the food companies are, they are the ones recommending the diets for the kids in school. So there's a lot of um,
Blame.
well, there's a lot of lobbyists that, and you have to kind of think that, are they doing, is the government doing this on purpose to make money in the food industry, in the pharmaceutical industry? It's just, it's like a corrupt circle.
It's
and
horrible.
and we're the ones suffering in the process. So our food is toxic, we consume it, or it has no nutrition component in it. And I found it interesting that they said they weren't taught this in school. They had like 1 hour of nutrition, especially the female doctor. She was like, you didn't learn it. And I'm like, I've been saying that forever, because they don't want you to know what you don't know.
Right. So definitely worth watching that video and taking 2 hours out of your week to do that. And then the other one that we want to highlight this week is the RFK Jr. I guess it was a national press conference that he had yesterday, and it was a great speech overall, but politics completely aside, the portion that I want you to focus on is the end portion where he goes into extreme detail of statistics on children's health and the status of our children's health compared to other countries. He gives a bunch of stats. 1 in 22 boys in California is diagnosed with autism. 1 in 22, where in 2000 it was like 1 in 1,000 or something like that. Like, the amount of crisis that we're in right now is something that people need to start paying attention to, because not only affecting as we get older, we're kind of used to our bodies deteriorating, but it's really frightening to see what's happening to the kids. And I can say that I live that on a daily basis with teaching, with having my swim school. In the past couple of years, my swim school, they have to be enrolled for 4 to 6 weeks for the children to learn the skills. They need to come daily to get Monday through Thursday. They need to make 4 consecutive lessons in a row to get the repetitive programming to fix in, so they're learning the skills. I haven't had one child in the past couple of years make it through 4 weeks of continual classes without being sick. They're chronically always sick. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's sad. It's frightening. And so I would definitely go to that speech, listen to the part in there where because he goes into solid concrete numbers on what's going on, and it's not being reported. And that's a huge problem that we need to pay attention to, and you need to detox your children. Lori, you got anything to say on that one?
No, enough said.
It's horrible. It's
Well,
horrible.
and we're just all toxic. Our kids are toxic. We're toxic. And I know we worry about our own bodies, but my kids are grown and Trisha's kids are grown. But, at some point we'll have grandkids, and hopefully. But, I want to be knowledgeable for them. I want to learn what I can learn to help protect them. I don't want them to grow up sick. So, I mean, all of this wisdom and learning process that you do for yourself is going to be passed down to your kids and grandkids, just because you are knowledgeable and you don't have to go eat frankenfood every week. You learn how to cook, learn what's good, eat organic veggies, and learn what's sprayed on them, where you can get it, where it's not. I mean, there's just a lot. And I think the whole process with this healthy gut challenge is that we are toxic and you have to learn how to eat right. And then we're correcting the inflammation that's the damage that's been done.
The damage that's been done. Absolutely. And then the third thing is a really short video that is very important for you to watch again. And it's on Telegram. Uh so the link to join our Telegram channel will be below this video. So link up with us on Telegram. Telegram is where we put all the stuff that if we put it on YouTube or we put it on Facebook, it'll get censored. They'll take it down. They'll put a fact checker thing on there or whatever. So all of the kind of real truths out there that they don't want you to hear are all on Telegram. So this little short video is 13. It's 13 of the biggest science lies. Like weed killer is safe to eat. That's a big old fat lie. Statin drugs are good for you. Big old lie. Okay. And the scenes on that little video, it's like a video, it's got words that you can read, and then it's got some scenes, and the scenes of them holding down the kids and giving them their injections are horrible. And I have personally talked to each one of my children and apologized to them for putting them through that because I didn't know any better. And that's something that I think we all need to realize is that, we've done things in the past that we thought were the correct way to go and what you were supposed to do. And we trusted when we went into the pediatrician's office and they pulled up that thing and said, okay, your kid's due for, 3 vaccines today. And here you go, sign right here. I didn't ask a single question. I trusted wholeheartedly that whatever they were going to do was for the good of my children and was going to protect them. And, we all need to kind of take a look in the mirror nowadays and say, you know what? We all have done things that now we know we probably shouldn't have done. And you got to take that responsibility and just move forward and do the best you can now. What do you say, Lori?
No, I agree. Yeah. I mean, I can't argue against that. So. Not that I argue with you, but.
So take the time this week. Our message this week is take the time this week. We're going to be because these toxins have been coming out, we're going to go back through our lifestyle wellness group and repost some of those old videos that we did. We've done years of videos on the toxins in our environment and what we need to do to flush them out and how to manage that toxic sludge. So we're going to repost that, and we're asking you to take the time this week to watch that Tucker interview, watch that RFK interview towards the end, and check out our Telegram channel with that 13 biggest lies. And if you're interested in the Healthy Gut Challenge, click down below, send me an email, go to our website, and book a free consultation.
Sounds good.
Y'all have a great week.
All right.
Thank you.